my god, guys, thank you so much for helping me almost reach 1,000k. I know I start my videos off really weirdly, but like, I just got onto YouTube and I saw how many subscribers I have. There's like 900 of you amazing furballs. And you know what, I had to make like a really weird little intro segment there for you guys because I love you all so much. Now before I do get on with this week's video, I actually have 2 announcements to make for you guys. The first one is, when I do hit 1,000k, or 1,000 subscribers, I'm actually planning on doing a couple of little giveaways. I will be selecting 3 people that I will be sending out some awesome Australian gifts, including like some adorable little plushies and like some awesomeness from Australia, which I'll be doing like a whole entire video for like all that awesome stuff. And the second thing is this. That's right, I have a business card now, which I designed. It took me a little bit of time to get done, and I think it actually kind of sort of turned out really cool. I haven't printed any of these off yet, but what do you guys think? I hope it looks like pretty cool and English and a bit Dutchie-ish. But the reason I am actually making these and going to be handing them out is, 1, so people can find me and be able to send photos or just talk to me in general, and 2, an easy way to get in contact with me if you ever do want me to go to like charity events and those sorts of things. But let's get that out the way and get on with this week's Furvlog. Now you guys have probably come to this video for 1 or 2 reasons. 1, you subscribe to me and you just absolutely love my videos, or 2, you actually have this interest in wanting to be a fursuit dancer. Let's face it, most people that do get a fursuit either become a YouTuber or a dancer. I'm kind of sort of like stuck in the middle. Now, if you know me outside of the fursuit, you know I do a lot of dancing. I actually kind of sort of do a lot of what they call I do fire spinning, and I also do veil poi. Yeah. So yeah, I do like a lot of dancing, mixture of belly dancing and hip hop and those sorts of things. And it actually really does help if you start learning to dance before you actually are inside a fursuit. Why? The number 1 problem is that when fursuiters get their fursuit, they immediately put it on and start dancing without thinking of the consequences that comes with being a fursuit dancer. I also like to make really weird hand gestures as I talk, in case you haven't noticed that yet. But the point here that I'm getting is that a lot of inexperienced dancers will get a fursuit and put it on and think that it's all going to be happy days. Now, if you guys go back to the very first Furvlog that I ever did on this channel, you'd probably notice there's like a lot of editing, there's a lot of me going like dying, because it is very hard to breathe in a fursuit. And Engel's eyes actually provide a really good amount of ventilation, but not every fursuit is going to have like this awesome ventilation. Some people get the much more realistic fursuit heads, which like they've got like tiny little pupilly eyes here they can't see, and that's how they see out of. And yeah, there's not a lot of ventilation in them. So before you want to get into the whole, you know, fursuit dancing and trying to be an amazing poppy fur, you kind of sort of need to do these few things. Number 1, pick a song that you like. And if you want to upload this onto YouTube, definitely pick a song that you like with a remix. Because, you know, YouTube's copyright issue is like, it's an utter drama queen. So pick something that you can actually upload onto YouTube without being like, getting any warnings from YouTube themselves. And just listen to the song for like a day or 2. Get with the rhythm, playing out in your head, you know, some dance moves that you can do. And then comes the very interesting experimental part of it. Putting on your fursuit head. Now the first couple of times you're going to be able to dance in your fursuit, you're not going to last a minute. You might be lucky to last 30 seconds, which kind of sort of sounds depressing. But don't worry, everyone does it. It is very hard to breathe in a fursuit, and like I'm not exercising, I'm already a little bit out of breath. And although I still might be overcoming a really bad viral infection, it still is very much hard to breathe inside of a fursuit. In fact, you guys will hear in the background a fan because it's a little bit hot today. I'm wearing a jacket and I need some extra additional ventilation, which kind of sort of helps with the big wide eyes. But getting back to the point here, every fursuit has I guess, a different unique expression, like Engel, you know, her ears pop, her wings move around, you know. I've got to learn how to move, but also being able to express the character's emotions and feelings without actually, like, smiling, because obviously, you know, the fursuit, it can't smile. Tails, you know, you have to actually move your hips a little bit more to make it wiggle. It's not so much in your butt, because that just looks weird, but just, you know, like, so much moving your hips, and you get, like, much more, I guess, momentum in your tail. So there's a lot of different things you can do with your body to make your fursuit come much more to life. And if you have been to any of Telephone's panels, she will also probably mention at some point of time that to get much more into character with Telephone, she actually leans forward, you know, gives that a little bit more of an animalistic nature. That's not just like, you know, upright, la-di-da-di-da. Oh yes, I would like a cup of tea with that. But, like, you get the idea where, you know, they get into character and they have to move their body a little bit different to what you normally would. Because, let's face it, if I was standing here upright like this, like, la-di-da-di-da, you know, everything's happy days, I look normal, in a sense. Okay, maybe not so much in a sense, but, like, you know, to other furries, I look a little bit too normal. Whereas, if I'm a little bit more hunched over, you know, hands up, you know, I just sort of act like this, you know, there's all this hand movement going on, like, rah. It kind of sort of brings out my character a little bit more. Now, in fursuit dancing, that's something you want to do. You want to be able to move to the beat, but also be able to bring out the character. Now, don't get me wrong, I have seen a lot of really impressive fursuit dancers out there. Sometimes when people are first doing their fursuit dance, they do an absolute wonderful job, like they just completely win it. But then there are people that go to a competition, they've never danced before, they get up on stage and they're like, oh my god, I have no routine, I'm just going to completely win it. And let's just admit it, the most time that they're up there, they're just doing simple little hand movements. They're barely moving their body because they don't know what they're doing. So practice makes perfect. Practice over and over and over again of dance moves, music, songs, everything. But, like, you know, some of the songs that you're going to be doing are probably going to be like 2-minute song, and it can be very exhausting and draining. You also may not have as great of field vision as what you usually would. So being able to practice and learn the different movements, you know, what's going to emphasize your character a lot more, what's going to bring them out, and, like, you can, you know, practice the same routine over and over again, but you can add in, like, tiny little different things to see whether or not it makes it look perfect. Another really good thing is, and yes, I do this myself, is, like, put up your camera and record yourself, or your phone, and record yourself for, like, you know, whatever you're doing, and then when you're finished, go back, look at the recording and say, okay, you know, maybe I can try this. So for some people, yes, they can win it, but not everyone will. Usually, if you have very good dance experience, you can probably win it. But I'm not saying that you should or you shouldn't. I'm just saying practice and get used to the fursuit itself before you actually go out there and start doing these things. Because, trust me, it is a very boring experience at a competition where someone's just up there and they've got this really amazing music going on. Usually they'll be like, and you know, that music might be going, they'll be like, so, like, you can see that there's, like, no practice there, and obviously they're not sure what to do. But where songs like this, you know, they're pulling off these amazing moves, you know, you've got people in the background clapping and woohoo! Whereas someone like this is just like, oh my god, I'm so scared, oh, they're not cheering, what am I doing? What am I not doing? Ah! So before you get too butthurt about things, just practice and ensure that you're going to be doing things like the way you want to do it without actually hurting yourself. Which also leads me to the final thing I'll be talking about here. Fursuiting or not fursuiting. Don't push your limits. And the reason I say this is because I saw a fursuit, but they obviously pushed themselves way too fast at the start, and at the end of it they were just like, they could barely get up and they could barely breathe. So remember, start off slow, don't overdo it, and if it is a really long song, you can actually take those songs and, like, get someone to shorten them. So that way you can, add in all these amazing pump up moves, and you can do it for like 30 seconds straight. You can add in some awesome slow moves, like, so you can catch your breath, and then at the end you go boom, 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 pow, pow, blah, 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 whatever. I'm really terrible at making these examples, but someone has to do it eventually, right? But yes, being inside a fursuit and dancing is very much different to being outside a fursuit and dancing. And you might see a lot of amazing popularity and trending stuff with fursuit dancing, but that's because it does take a lot of skill and a lot of time to actually harness the skill of fursuit dancing. Like, it may not sound like an interesting, awesome skill, but trust me, it takes a lot of time. Anyway, that is the end of this video. I hope it has been really helpful for a lot of you younger furries out there wanting to get into fursuit dancing. And for those of you that want to get more into fursuit dancing and never done it before, whether you're new to the furry fandom or not, I hope it's been really informational for you all and giving you something to sort of look forward to and try out. So just remember, safety does come first in these situations. And when you're in the fursuit head and get way too overheated, be careful when you are fursuit dancing because you will overheat even more. So you don't want to be dancing and pass out and have paramedics come up there and get you, because that's probably not going to be a very good thing. But anyway, enough talk about that. Thank you amazing furballs for getting to the end of this video. I know I ramble a little bit, but I love you all so much and I'm very thankful for this amazing channel and how far it has actually come. With that being said, I hope to see you guys all in the next Furvlog video next week, which I will eventually be doing a Q&A very soon, but I'll get to that in next week's Furvlog. But for now, bye bye!